I think you guys stay level-headed. You got to understand that it is the NFL, and 7 wins in a row is hard to come by. So you're doing something right, but at the same time, you're also doing something wrong because there's plenty left on the table, I think. And
I felt like it was a night where, when it was third down, I was looking on the wrong section of the third down sheet, and when you get over there too much, it becomes difficult.
All right. How's everybody doing? We all good?
I'm assuming he means the third down side of the sheet when it's third and long. So maybe he accidentally looked at the third and long sheet when he looked at double pass on that 3rd and 6 inches call. Maybe he meant that literally, that he was looking at the wrong side of the sheet.
That could make sense.
Instead of blaming the team for having long third downs. That being said, you're calling the plays. We can talk about that. You're calling the plays on first and second that put you on that third down.
Who's got more leverage in this relationship, Sean Payton or Bo Nix?
That's an easy answer.
I feel like we're going really extreme. I feel like we're building a divorce that I'm not sure we're even in therapy
I don't think
yet.
we're close either. But
I don't think the boys are even in therapy.
But that's what talk radio does. That you got to find villains.
Well, I know, but the whole theme of the day feels like what's going on between Sean and Bo Nix, and I'm like, you guys might know something I don't know. I don't have any evidence that looks like these guys are like hating each other. I don't have any evidence that looks like these guys are.
You know, there's a USA Today mock draft. I was hesitant to bring it up because it was so stupid. It had the Broncos with the 28th pick, which, by the way, nice finish in the season, taking a quarterback. And I looked at it like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Can I answer your question?
Yeah.
Before you get into a stupid mock draft that's going to kill us?
No, I'm already done with it.
I'm going to give you some numbers to help your argument.
Okay.
18 million.
That's Sean.
960,000.
Okay. I'll have some numbers for you in a second, but go ahead.
18 million. 960,000.
Yeah, that's today.
Well, at the end of the year, it'll be 36 million versus about 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me.
What's it going to be in 3 years from now?
You might not have that problem.
Okay. Oh, hey, there you go.
So,
sure.
3 years from now, you may have to worry about, are you going to pay the coach 20 and the quarterback 50? That's your discussion in 3 years.
Fine. Sean signed a 4-year deal.
Yeah, but
or 5-year deal.
If we get to the point where we're considering giving Bo Nix $50 million per year, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We got there. Things are going to have to change to get there.
Like San Francisco may have a quarterback.
Things are going to have to change to get there. What do you mean?
Bo Nix is going to have to learn how to play quarterback.
According to who?
Well, I think I just was the one that said it.
No, but according who gets to make that decision if he's playing quarterback or not?
Well, I mean, it'll be obvious, man. I mean, you know when you see good quarterback play, you know when you're seeing bad quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're getting at, and Sean does. He's the coach. As long as he's the coach, that he's the one that gets to make that decision.
Because when it comes to a contract that's you're getting 70 average per year, Sean ain't made that the decision. He can give a recommendation. The decision is made by Greg Penner. That's who makes that decision.
Okay, fine. Greg's signing the check, and Greg's got final approval, but Sean's got pretty strong influence over that.
Who made the decision between Belichick and Brady? At the end of the day, who made that decision? Kraft. And he chose Belichick. He made the wrong decision. I think, in my opinion, Tom goes down to Tampa and he wins the Super Bowl. At some point in the near future, you're going to have a decision to make. Sean's contract's going to be up. Bo's going to be due that. What is it going to be? I mean, it's going to be 70 per, right? The everything's going to go up. And here we go. At some point, it came down to Dan Reeves or John Elway, didn't it?
Eventually.
It definitely came down to.
But they played with it for a while.
It definitely came down to Troy Aikman or Barry Switzer. Ain't no doubt about that. And we know in that documentary now, Troy was trying to get Barry fired the entire year they were winning the Super Bowl. And the other players loved Barry Switzer. He was loved by the other players on the team.
Can I tell you what usually changes after a year like this? Nothing. Quarterbacks don't change. Coordinators don't change. We've got a special year that's going on. That's why I'm like, I just feel like we're getting a little bit dramatic here. Even with it feeling as bad as it is, believe me, I'm not ignoring that. I'm not. You heard me. I was frustrated when the show started. I could barely handle myself last night. I was so frustrated. But I know how football works. And when the season's said and done, they're looking at wins and losses. And there's going to be nobody fired after a year like this.
Well, there were plenty of good wins with Tebow's year, and they certainly were looking for change, weren't they? They weren't convinced he was the guy, and they won a playoff game. They won one of the most 3 exciting games in the history of Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
And they were looking for change.
Well, let's hope we're not getting to that point. It does feel like we're getting dangerously close, though.
How much closer do we have to be? Come on, man. If you don't see the Tebow similarities now, I'm lost.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, we're getting dangerously close to it.
We're winning games by miracles at the last second. We're having completely horrible games with terrible offensive statistics where you can't hit the side door of a barn. We have issues with perhaps the coach and the quarterback not being on the same page. What bell do I have to ring to remind everybody we've been through this before? And at the end of the day, it leans on ownership to make a decision. What are we doing?
What makes it difficult is if the Broncos were 2-8, it'd be an easy decision.
Easy decision.
Yeah,
this would be a no-brainer. Stidham would already be playing.
Listen, and I'll go back, John, while you brought in Tebow. I think it was a tough decision for him for a while because the fans all loved him. The fans loved the emotional of winning all those games in a row and miracle games, be it. They loved that Pittsburgh game that all of a sudden we just learned a new rule and I mean, everything's good. And he still said,
dude, the Nuggets wanted to fire Malone and he went on an 8-game heater before the All-Star break. Sean had already warned Russell Wilson, we got to change your contract if you're going to be with us. After the bye week, he beats Buffalo. Come on, guys. This has happened many times before where there's a disconnect, but you win and you just, it's okay? Everything's fine? Okay. All right.
I mean, no is the answer, but it does cover up a lot of warts for a long time, for longer than you think. Jacksonville Jaguars got put in this position one time, and they ended up giving Blake Bortles a new contract after a special season. Because special seasons, you're afraid of change.
They committed to Trevor Lawrence, not Doug Peterson, didn't they, down there in Jacksonville? At the end of the day, sometimes, now they weren't winning. I got you. They weren't winning. Different factor.
well, let's go more recent. Didn't a Super Bowl competing team trade their quarterback after 1 year after that? Rams?
Oh.
When Goff lost, yeah.
Lost in the Super Bowl.
That's when Sean was
I think
all-
he was here the next year, and it was just ugly between them. And he said, "I'm enough."
All right, let's hope it gets better. But this offense is, I mean, it is, guys, come on. It is terrible.
Now, real fast. I mean, they're 8-2, so I don't want to ever get beside that. For all of us spoiled, let's remember that 8-year stretch where we would have killed for 8-2 any way we could get it in the desert of the NFL that we were in. Okay, so let's keep that perspective. 8-2, still fixable, still want to win games when you're not playing good, because if they can turn it around, they got a chance to be dominant because this defense is fabulous. That being said, did we not see a lot of this in training camp?
Yep.
I mean, will we get with skinny arms killing me all the time on X? I mean,
All right.
this is what we saw in training camp.
Just for fun, just for shizzles and gizzles.
And I got a big question to you.
Oh, well, I don't want to stand in the way
No,
of
I
that.
want you to give me the shizzles first and giggles.
If you're Greg Penner and you had to make a choice today, you choosing Bo, you choosing Sean? Shizzles and gizzles.
You're winning ball games. And you've got one dude that's frustrating, one dude that's in charge of it all. At the end of the day, Sean Payton is in charge of the defense, too. At the end of the day, Sean Payton is in charge of special teams. At the end of the day, Sean Payton's in charge of the wins and losses.
So he's winning 1 of 3. The one he's in charge of, but the less hands-on of.
He's 1 to 8 out of 10. And,
I'm talking about the three
I
positions.
understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is 8 out of 10, you know who the choice is. The head coach.
Okay.
Even though I don't like that I just participated in your game because I think we're way crazy talking about this game.
Shizzles and gizzles.
It's said two different ways, depending on whether you're in America or London.
Okay.
It's neither or neither.
Okay. I mean, you could do what the Nuggets did, fellas, and just we'll see you later, both of you.
Hey, Davis Webb, are you ready?
Yeah,
Ding.
there's that.
Ding, ding, ding.
There's that.
We'll keep Bo one more year.
That's what the Nuggets did.
On to prove it, and
maybe we should rehire Vance.
You could do that. You could do a lot of different things.
Only if you let him have his people this time. I got a question. Can I just throw it in? I want a question. What you contemplate during the break, because I think you can explain to me better. And you saw it because Prime, especially the replays, were right behind the quarterback, so you could kind of see the whole field and really see the defense they were playing in. And Kreckman brought a statistic up, I think, yesterday or with Coach or one of the two. Bo is a better quarterback-rated quarterback against man defense than he is zone.